Hi there, today I'm unboxing a Wi-Fi security camera. So this particular one is by Reolink. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So a couple of things worth mentioning about this camera. It's wire free. You can buy a separate add-on solar panel to keep it charged up. Picture resolution is 1080p, has night vision, two-way audio, has a viewing angle of 130 degrees, and has a 75 decibel alarm built in. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. Comes in a medium-sized box, picture of the actual camera here, models there, so Reolink Argus 2. Coming around this way, you've got their website details. If I turn to the side, details regarding the app, so it's supported on both the iPhone and Android devices. Coming around this way, just some branding. Over here, it's highlighting a few things, so 100% wire-free solar powered or 3.6 volt rechargeable battery powered, Starlight, night vision, 1080p, full HD, and IP65 weatherproof smart PIR sensor. Coming around the back, it mentions it comes with a 2-year warranty with the product. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly run through them one by one. You get a quick start guide. This is multi-language, detailing how to set this up. You get 2 templates for installing the device, as it comes with 2 different methods of installation. You get a CE declaration of conformity. You get a sticker to stick on your window to inform people that there is video surveillance going on. You get a bag containing 5 raw plugs and 5 screws and a reset pin just over here. You get a charge cable. The length of this cable is 90 centimeters. Build quality of the cable is good, and it's USB to micro USB. You get a clip here with string on there. The end of this can be opened up, and this would be used just to assist with installation. You get a strap, and that's 60 centimeters in length, very strong material on there, and a slot here to slot this through. Just another accessory for installation purposes. You get an installation bracket, and this one provides a bit more flexibility, obviously a limited range on bending the existing one. I'll show you in a moment. And this one is screwed on, whereas the other one is magnetic. Build quality feels good, all metal construction all the way around, plastic up here at the top, and a screw adapter there. You can adjust things by loosening this, and then you can twist things around once it's in position, tighten it up, and that's it. And then obviously this one can be used for tightening things up too. Next we have a battery. This is a battery for the camera. At the back of here, if I take the cover off, there's a charge point, and this is where you'd plug in your solar panel if you bought one of those. Coming around the other end, some details on here. Rating is 3.6 volts and capacity is 5,200 milliamperes. Charging voltage is 5 volts or 9 volts. Rechargeable lithium-ion battery. All plasticky finish on there, matte white. You've got branding there, and coming around the bottom you can see some pins where it connects in. Next we have a rubber cover for the camera, and coming around the back there's a slot. It doesn't open up, you can push it open, and that's if you want to charge it with the cover on. And what the cover does, it provides a sun guard if you look over here. So if you have it in direction, sun is glaring down, you just put this cover on, obviously it'll avoid it hitting the camera. Ensures your recordings are good if it's close or nearby sunlight. Next we have the camera, and coming in here you've got some covers covering the PIR and the lens. Lens is over here, looks like a microphone there, PIR is there, and speaker is over here. In terms of dimensions, it's 9.5 centimeters, 5.5 centimeters, and 5 centimeters this way. Now, looking at the bottom, this is one of the other mount things, and this one has a rubber feel on there and a strong magnet on there. So if I bring it in close, just attaches straight on. Black glossy finish on the camera itself, and around the rest of it, it's a matte white finish. Build quality feels good, nice and strong. Coming around the back, you've got the area where the battery would slot in. You've got a QR code underneath my fingers that I'm hiding at the moment, and you can see the pins there where the battery would connect onto. Now, coming around the side here, you can see a slot where the micro SD card goes in, and rubber seal over this. You can take micro SD cards up to 64 gig. You've got a reset point over here. Looking at the bottom, you've got a screw point there, and that's where this adapter would just screw straight in, and it can hold the camera in position like so. Let's place the battery in position so that slots straight on, and with the bracket, this is how the camera would look. And it started up. As you can see with this bracket, there's only so much it can go back. So if you had it mounted on a wall, this is sort of angle you'd get. Whereas if you use this adapter, you could actually bring it straight up. So more flexible with this, but if you want it tighter against the wall, you'd use the other one. Initial impressions of the camera, build quality feels good, and you get a nice selection of accessories with it. To remove the battery, you just push the slot down here and then you just pull up the battery. So very easy to remove again. So let's make a start at setting up this camera. So I'm at my Android phone. If I go to the Play Store and we search for Reolink, that's the app we're after. Let me click install. Now it's installed, let's click open. Needs access to storage, so let's click allow. Asking to agree to terms of service, let's click agree and continue. And there you go, that's what we're initially presented with. So let's make a start at setting this up. So if I click on the plus, and now it needs access to take pictures and record video. And this is to scan in the QR code at the back here. So let me plug in the battery, give it a moment to initialize.
Camera has been started up. Please run Reolink app, add the camera, and set it up.
There you go. So if I click allow, and now let me scan in the QR code.
Please run Reolink app, add the camera, and set it up.
So it's saying Wi-Fi not configured. You need to configure Wi-Fi settings for newly added or reset devices. Let's click on that. Please run app and add the camera to set it up. I've heard the voice prompt. Click next. Now it needs access to location services. And now I need to enter in my Wi-Fi password. So just to highlight, it says only 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi supported, 5 gigahertz network is not available now. So let me enter in my Wi-Fi password off camera. I've entered in my Wi-Fi password. Let me click next. Now let me place my phone close to the camera like they're showing to scan in a QR code.
Scan succeeded. Camera is connecting to your router. Please wait. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink.
Perfect. So I'll say I heard the prompt and click next. Create a login. First step, create a login password. So let me enter in a password off camera. Click next. Name of the device, I'll just call it camera. Initialization finished. Camera sensor precautions, so just highlighting a few things. Let's click use now. There it is, that's how it's appeared on the app. So if I click on there, and there you go, simple as that. Just to show, working straight away. And if I now flip it over, stand it up. Let's test out the lag on this. So if I move it suddenly, about a second I'd say, so it's not too bad. Now let's run through the options very quickly on what you have with this camera. So if I click here in settings, you can see info, share, push, Wi-Fi and more at the top, and it says enable pushes to receive alerts. So let me click that. We want push notifications. Let's click info, and this gives you the device name where you can rename it if you wanted to, IP address details, MAC address details, and firmware details regarding the camera. If I come back, if I click share, you can share the camera with other members of your friends or family. Push is on, obviously that's for push notification. Wi-Fi, that's to change your Wi-Fi connectivity. More, you can change the password, date, time, storage, upgrade, and then below that you can see restore, reboot. Looking below this, you can see batteries at 60%. Clicking on display, you can see a picture of the display and you can rotate it from here. Display info settings, camera name, so you can say where you want it on the screen. Date, if you wanted that visible, what location. Privacy mask, so you can mask out a certain area of the screen. Advanced, so this is anti-flicker, so you can change the hertz setting. Day, night, it's on auto at the moment. And quality here, there's details there regarding that. Now coming back, you can see PIR motion sensor, so it's on at the moment. There's a schedule for this as well. So you can amend it if you wanted to go off during a certain time. Sensitivity set to 80 at the moment, and you can turn on an option to reduce false alarms. Coming back, you got camera recording selected, record settings, post motion recording duration, 8 seconds. Coming back there, back again, you've got siren. The siren will sound when motion is detected. Custom alarm sound, default sound. Excellent, so you've got siren and this is how you'd configure it. Let's turn it off for now. Email alerts, so you can get notified via email. Coming back, record audio, so that's turned on at the moment. Infrared lights, so this is for daytime, and in the nighttime, this is what you'll see. So, for example, if you had it indoors pointing through a window, the infrared lights will reflect back on the window, so it's good to have this option to turn off. So if you did want it working from indoors, then you wouldn't get any reflection going back. Coming back, then you've got status LED. You can turn off the status LED, and then coming back, you've got a delete option. Now coming back from there, clicking here, you can pause it, you can play it, the stream. Clicking here, you can hear what's going on around. Snapshot, so you can take a snapshot. Then you've got a record option, low, and if I change that to 1080p, then we have full screen coming on here. Same options are available there. So if I come back, no camera SD card is detected. You may not access playback feature. Click here for help. So let's put in a micro SD card. We can just slot it in like so. And there you go. Now clicking here, you can see channel selection, day and night, immersive, picture in picture. So let's go through these. So just this showing on the channel, day and night. So you can change that if you wanted to. Immersive, so it just goes into full screen. Picture in picture, so if you wanted to have a small picture. So that's quite a useful option to have. So you could have it running in the background while you're doing other things on your phone. Let's maximize it again. Trigger sound alarms. So if I click that, that's good. So if you did see something, you can trigger off the alarm, which is really cool functionality. Now clicking here, let me format the memory card. No SD cards detected, so let's reset the camera. Let me pull this. Take the battery out, push the battery back in again. Hit play just to make sure it's still working. Yep, that's on. So if I click here now, go to more, not formatted, so it's picking it up now, and we'll just format the card now. Let's give it a second. There you go, formatted as quick as that. Now if I come back, message is gone at the bottom. There you go, it's back again. So looking at the bottom, you've got a talk option. So if I click on that, this is what opens up. Tap to talk. Needs access to record audio. I'll allow that. If I press it now, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3.
Yeah, you can hear it. And looking at here, it's the volume. Test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3.
There you go, a lot of feedback on there, so I'll turn it off. Earphone noiseless, okay, and if I come back from here, that's all the options you have available. So very easy to set up, and I like the number of options it has on here. And now let's test out remote connectivity. So if I drop this down, turn off my Wi-Fi, connect it to my 4G now. So if I play over cellular data, there you go. Quite a bit of a lag on there. 2 to 3 seconds, I'd say. But nothing to open on your router at all. Just works independently, cloud-based connectivity here. So simple to get going, even when you're out and about and you want to see what's going on. Next, let's test out notifications. So if I come out of the camera, close off everything I've got open, and if I now move the camera, there you go, camera alert and alarm from camera. If I click on there, jump straight onto it, and it's doing the stream straight away. Simple as that. Let's test it via our data connection as well. So this is when you're not at home. Let's come out of the apps as well. And now let's try it. There you go, it's come through. And there you go, live feed working straight away. So excellent functionality. Next, let's click on playback. So if I click here, you can see the motion detections that have occurred. There's 3 instances here. If I click on one of them, you can see the movement that's occurred. And you've got a timeline here at the bottom highlighting the time it happened as well. So if you had multiple instances here, you'll just see a blue line all the way along wherever it happened. Then you've got a calendar option here. You can go back and see footage from previous days. And that's it. That's all the options you have available. Now, just to show, if you did purchase the Reolink Solar Panel, this is what to expect. So a box containing the solar panel. So let me remove that and show how to connect that up. Solar panel looks like so. It has mounting bracket on there as well. Ample cable, and the attachment comes with a micro USB connector on there, and that can just be connected like so onto there. So that's how it would be if you installed it. So you just keep this nearby where there's ample sun coming, and hopefully it should keep it charged in the background. Next, I've got my sound level meter, and let's test out the noise levels from the Siren. So if I go quiet for a moment, ambient noise levels are 35 decibels. So if I hit the alarm now, so 90 decibels, so not too bad in terms of loudness. It doesn't feel like it's extremely loud, I have to admit. I have heard louder sirens on other cameras, but it is sufficient as a deterrent if someone did come close up and you wanted a warning sound to be made. Next, let's test out the speaker on the camera. So I'm going to step out of the room, and I'm going to use the app to speak through the camera. So let me place the microphone close by.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. This is the quality test 1, 2, 3.
Next, to show the microphone in action, so I'm about 3 meters away from the camera, and if I walk backwards, you can just get an idea of what the sound quality, and even at 3 meters, it did sound nice and clear there. So useful to have the two-way audio on there. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this wire-free camera from Reolink. Excellent build quality, very simple to set up, lots of functionality in there. For example, you've got a privacy mask, you've got two-way audio, Siren on there, push notifications, so some great functionality. App-wise, you're limited to using the Reolink app, hence why you have all this functionality. Would have been nice if it did work with other apps, but if it did, you probably wouldn't get all this functionality on here. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.